Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music. I'm going to talk about how you can play a song called Forever Don't Last. And we're going to do this on 3rd fret to kind of match the recording. We'll walk through a couple things in root position. And there are some really cool little E minor pentatonic licks through the intro, actually, you may want to play around with. Where that first lick, you may want to do open A to kind of 2nd fret on the A as a hammer on. So I'm kind of playing the open A and kind of putting my finger down to carry the sound to 2nd fret. And then we do that same idea on the D string. And then we play open G, or randomly that note you could play 5th on the D string, kind of working that G note there, and then back to 2nd on the D. So you have O2, 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 and then there's some other little subtle licks you'll kind of hear through that part, and these do get changed through the tune, but at different points it definitely sounds like these are kind of getting used, where you could go 2nd fret on the G and do a hammer on the 4th fret. And then we could kind of do that same idea again, open G, 2nd on the G, open G, and then 2nd on the D. So it's kind of like an extension of our other lick. 2, 4, O, 2, O, 2, 2, 4, O, 2, O, 2. So from the top so far, you've got O, 2, O, 2, O, 2, 2, 4, 2, 4, O. Kind of do that 2 to 4 again, but you may want to do it as a slide. So kind of playing 2nd fret and sliding at the 4th fret on the G, and then open G, and then 2nd on the D, and then you can kind of almost go back to our intro lick at the very end. So you may want to kind of play around with those licks through the tune. O2, 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 2, 4, 2, 4, O2, O2. Through the tune, or you could back it up with some chords, and we'd start on an A major chord, and normally you do this 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 2nd, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an A major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now around A's in general, you may want to think about lifting off the 3rd finger, maybe having an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the B string 4th fret and kind of making an A suspended chord, or you may dig on lifting off the 2nd finger, making an A7, or kind of putting in the 2nd finger on the B 2nd, pinky on the high E3rd, and that for an A7, or you may dig on an A/C sharp. You'll definitely kind of hear that 4th fret on the A string kind of coming out as your bass note. So you take your 1st finger and kind of cover up the D, G, and B strings, kind of like a little bar chord, and then take your 3rd finger and go to the A string on the 4th fret. You want to kind of get that bass note kind of coming out of that chord. From the A, or the A/C sharp, which is what this would be called, is an A major chord with a C sharp note in the bass. Then we'd be going to a C major chord. You normally do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the A 3rd, and if you strum the A string to the high E string, the beautiful sounds of C major chord. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that a C major 7, or adding in the pinky on the B 3rd for an A major 9, kind of C major 9, kind of saying some stuff around the C. Or another way to play C major 9 would be on 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the A 3rd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd, and kind of working that for the C major. And randomly, if you dig on that voicing for the C on the A, you may want to use an A7 voice by doing 1st finger on the D 2nd, 2nd finger on the G 2nd, 3rd finger on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E 3rd. And that might actually make that change a little bit easier. And then from the C, we'd be going to an A minor chord. Normally you do this 1st finger on the B 1st fret, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, 3rd finger on the G 2nd. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord. It sounds so sad. Now you may also dig on lifting off the 1st finger, making that an A sus2, or adding in the pinky on the 3rd, making that an A suspended chord. Or you can take the A minor shape and lift 3 for an A minor 7, or add in the pinky on the high E3rd for an A minor 7. Or if you're using that A7 sus, then that way you only have to make that one change, and then we'd be going to an E minor chord. I normally do this 1st finger on the A 2nd, 2nd finger on the D 2nd, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor chord that sounds really sad. And you may also dig on adding in 3rd on the B 3rd, pinky on the high E3rd, making that E minor 7. So through that whole intro part, actually, you may want to work just kind of a down count just to kind of get used to it. You have that A, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, A, C, A saddle, just to kind of make that a little sneaky. Or something else that I like to use is, in a song like this, is a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, down, up. So if you took the A and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, down, 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 up, down, which would kind of be a slow pace for the tune. So you have A, C, A minor, E minor, A slash C sharp, C, down, down, A minor, E minor. Or for myself, actually, what was feeling really good was something called a 16th note strum pattern. And what I mean by that is if you're tapping your foot at the beat, right now we're dividing that beat into two parts with our down, down, up, down, up. 1, 2, 1, 2, and that's called an 8th note. What a 16th note is where you divide that into 4 parts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And one of my favorite 16th note strum patterns is a long down, 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 up, down, down, up, down, up. And what I mean by that is if you take the A and do it down for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's what you'd be doing on the first beat. And on the second beat, you do it down on 1, down on 3, up on 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4, down, 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 down. Then on the third beat, you do it up on 2, down on 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1 up, down, 1 up, down, 1 up, down. And then on the last beat, you go down up, right along with the 1, 2, 3, 4. Down up, down, 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 down. So all together, down, 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 down. So we try that through our main verse chorus. Basically, we're repeating that until we get to our bridge part. And on our bridge, we kind of alternate between some of the chords. We kind of have some of the chords. So if we're doing the down count, you may want to do kind of 4 on A minor, 4 on E minor, 4 on A minor, 4 on A, 4 on A minor, E minor, and then we go to a B7 chord. And normally you do this first finger on the D, first fret, second finger on the A, second fret, third finger on the G, second, pinky on the high E, second. And if you strum all those together, it sounds B7 chord, sounds really nasty. Now you may also dig on laying the third finger over the G, B, and E, making that B9 and kind of working it on that voice. And on that B, you may want to do kind of an 8 down count, or we have our whole strum pattern. Now the weird part is on those halving parts too, if you're doing the down, down, up, down, up, you may want to do a down, down, up on each of those chords, to kind of half the measures. Or you can work kind of a split pattern idea, kind of A minor with a down, down, up, E minor with the up, down, up kind of idea. A minor, down, A, down, A minor, down, E minor, down, B7. Or if you're doing the 16th pattern, you can do half the pattern on those chords, kind of A minor, E minor, down, down, up, down, 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 up, down. Pattern idea on those chords, and have A minor with the down, 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 up, and then go to the E minor for the up, down, 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 up. E minor for a down, 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 up. A for the up, down, down, up, down, up. A minor with the down, 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 up. E minor for the up, down, down, up, down, up. E7 for the whole pattern. So we kind of dig on that too. So there's a lot of different ways you can kind of have that bridge part. Now the weird part is to play along with the recording, instead of starting on an A major chord, they're actually starting on a C major chord. So to play along with the recording, what you want to do is take a capo, and if you put the capo on 3rd fret, then now your A major is really a C major or a C/E, and your C major is really an E flat major, and your A minor is really a C minor, E minor is really a G minor chord, and the B7 is really a D7 chord. But to take it from the very beginning, you may want to kind of work those intro licks, kind of that. And then randomly, you could even kind of play the lick in a little bit of the chord if you kind of dig on this. And then maybe the A, and then the 2/4 lick, and then the C chord, and then the next lick, and then a little piece of the A minor, and then maybe a little piece of the E minor. So you kind of dig on that. You might want to kind of play around with putting those together. Or even mixing it up with the strumming can be very, very cool too. Or you could use any of those strummings we've been talking about. So kind of A, C, A minor, kind of the down count idea, E minor, or you can do the down, down, up, down, up. A, C, A minor, E minor, or you could work the 16th idea. That I like to add to a song like this too is bass notes. And a lot of times on that first down of the down, down, up, down, up, you can throw in a bass note for the chord. So on the A, you'd have the A for the bass. On the A/C sharp, you'd have the A for the bass. On the C, you'd have the A for the bass. On the A minor, you'd have the A for the bass. On the E minor, you'd have the W for the bass. And on the B7, you'd have the A for the bass. So we try going through our main verse chorus with the bass down, up, down, up. The A/C sharp, C with an A bass, A minor with an A bass, E minor with a W bass, A/C sharp, C, A minor, E minor. Or if you're taking on the 16th pattern, you could add basses to that, and you could make it a bass down, down, up, down. Basically repeating that until we get to our bridge part. We've got kind of an A minor, E minor, A minor, A minor, E minor, B7. Or if we tried that with the bass down up on each chord, we have the A minor, E minor, A minor, A. We could split the pattern A minor, E minor, B7. On the 16th idea, you have A minor, E minor, A minor, C sharp, A minor, E minor, and then from there, we'll be going into our main verse chorus. So we kind of those notes are coming out of something we'd normally call an E minor pentatonic scale, where you'd have open to third on the low E, open to second on the A, open to second on the D, open to second on the G, open to third on the B, and open to third on the high E string. With the capo off, we're actually playing E's and G's and A's and B's and B's and E's and B's and A's and B's and B's and E's and G's. And actually the next piece of it actually would be going 3 to 5, 2 to 5, 2 to 5, 2 to 4, 3 to 5, 3 to 5. So randomly, you kind of got a little piece of pattern 1, a little piece of pattern 2. And if you're digging on that progression, what you could even do is kind of work off of the chord, make up a pentatonic lick, chord, make up some of your own stuff, which could be very, very hit with this tune. Maybe throw in some licks from the tune. So it might be something you want to experiment with. But that's the basics of how you get strummed through Forever Don't Last. So, good luck!